From 1948 until 1991, Albania was completely isolated from the rest of the world. Dictator Enver Hoxha was a friend and admirer of Joseph Stalin. He called his country the paradise on earth. Traveling was taboo, private property was abolished, and the outside world was considered to be the enemy. On April 11, 1985, Enver Hoxha died, and in 1990, the communist regime collapsed. Many Albanians fled the country because of the economic and social crisis. Many fled to the surrounding countries of Greece, Italy, and Macedonia. In 1991, a passenger ship called the Laver carried over 20,000 refugee Albanians from Albania to the north pier of Bariu, Italy. The Italians were not ready for this mass migration, and so at first they did not allow anyone off the pier of the ship. Many tried jumping off the pier in order to escape. Over 20,000 Albanian refugees were moved to a stadium. There were very few resources offered to them. Clothing and food was thrown off of helicopters. Within 3 days, 17,800 of the refugees were forced back to home in Albania. An article from New York Times, published on May 6, 1999. With their families torn apart and their homes turned to ashes, the first of 453 of 20,000 Albanian refugees arrived here from Macedonia today, taking their first step toward rebuilding their lives away from the battlefield their homeland has become. Arriving this afternoon, the refugees, many of them women, children, and old people, were taken to a newly fenced-in section of the neighboring Fort Dix, where they are expected to remain 3 to 6 weeks. As the refugees filed past the receiving line on the runway, what they had been through could be read in a way they clustered together. And the missing generations. A woman walked with an old woman, a man alone with an infant, a mother with children but no husband, and teenagers but their grandparents. Though beginning a new life, they carried no luggage. The Albanian refugees suffered through a lot, through separation of family and coming to a new land, an unknown place. They still made it through it all, though. And in the end, they are who they are today, standing strong, the two-headed eagle, always representing who they are. Thank you for watching.